28-year-old Aidan Aslin from Nottinghamshire on the left and 48-year-old Sean Pinner from Bedfordshire on the right.
Aslin Aidan.
Along with a Moroccan man, all three sentenced to death by this court in Donetsk, a part of Ukraine occupied by Russian forces that is not internationally recognised. The charges read to them being foreign mercenaries, trying to seize power and terrorist offences. And this is where they were captured by the Russians, fighting for the Ukrainian army in Mariupol. Their families say as serving soldiers they're prisoners of war and therefore are protected by the Geneva Convention. Ukraine's former president is Petro Poroshenko.
This is the barbarian face of Russia. This is just a strong message which the whole world should send to Russia, that Russia has a zero jurisdiction on this territory.
Aidan Aslin is a former care worker who moved to Ukraine in 2018. The same year, he got engaged to a Ukrainian woman and joined the country's military. He'd previously fought with the Kurds in Syria against so-called Islamic State. Sean Pinner, meanwhile, is a former British soldier who moved to Ukraine 4 years ago, also marrying a Ukrainian woman and using his experience to train the country's military. His family say his 3-year contract was due to expire at the end of the year and he was planning to take up humanitarian work. Jason Fajulich spoke to us in April. He fought with both men in Syria.
I believe in the beginning they said if they found any foreign fighters that they would just treat them as terrorists, which unfortunately we know for Russia is execution on the spot. So we're lucky that these two are still alive. In fact, their social media presence has probably helped keep them alive. But as we see now, they are being used as a Russian mouthpiece for their propaganda.
The Foreign Secretary Liz Truss has called it a sham judgment with absolutely no legitimacy. The British government has confirmed it's liaising with its Ukrainian counterpart to try and secure the men's release. And this man seen here with Vladimir Putin could be the key. Viktor Medvedchuk is a pro-Russian Ukrainian politician currently held on charges of high treason. Moscow has already suggested swapping him for the two British nationals.
Boris Johnson really does care, like he says he does, about British citizens. And he would help pressure Zelensky to do the right thing and return Viktor to his family and return us to our families.
The two Britons will appeal the sentencing, their fate now in the hands of diplomacy. Paul Hawkins, GB News.